BG Wrestling, we are here. Season started, baby. We got a lot going on. Finally.
Yeah.
Wow. There we go. You're all up.
Whoa.
Hey, we're a little jambalaya this week. We'll talk about it, but before we get into that, we have a lot of new subscribers, folks. Thank you. We'll get into that more, but our subscriber of the week this week, Asta141, okay? A highlighted comment said, BG Wrestling getting Cael to speak his truth and what he stands on, and is probably one of the most expressive I've seen on him in an interview ever.
Oh, dude, that was cool.
We'll talk about
that. Was cool.
Day.
That was cool.
But before we do that, what?
Oh, well, dude, what a week. I don't want to drag us out, but, man, I'm in the thick of boot camp over here. And you had to come to my house to record today.
Hey.
You're going to have to turn this around quick. This is Wednesday morning. Now, why don't you guys stay consistent on Tuesday night? Give us a little break here. A lot of action. A lot of turkeys flying out the windows and out the doors over here. Look. We're going to be back Tuesday next week, right?
Yes, we are.
And then what?
And every week going forward, there's been a lot of stuff, a lot of shuffling happening. Not only in BG Wrestling, but my life. So, your life.
Talk about it. I know. We're both a mess.
I know. Let's save it for the end, though. People want to hear wrestling, baby. We got to talk wrestling. We have upsets. Ramos goes down to Blaze, number one Ramos.
Boom.
Vito goes down to Crookham. Huge upsets, dude. If that wasn't the number one lock pick of the year, and all of a sudden, what is happening? We have upsets.
Well, Ryan Crookham, a Pennsylvania wrestler. Anytime you're wrestling a Pennsylvania wrestler, just watch out. I'm
the Lehigh
a little
kid,
biased
man.
here.
Out of nowhere.
Oh, I tell you, we all knew Crookham was good, okay? And, that's just how the whole match went. It was like that was meant to happen. Now, Crookham's going to show his true self as this season goes on. He faces two tough guys here before the end of the month.
Yeah,
but
listen, Crookham is Crookham crooked? No way. That was a fluke, dude. Seriously. Vito, are you taking him to beat Vito? They wrestle again?
No. Well, yes. I mean,
yes?
Vito hit a little desperation right there towards the end. He dives in from too far away and still got the leg. Crookham went and passed right away and started to scramble. The weird thing when I keep watching that is Vito had the leg and he could have just hung on for the stalemate. And it was weird how he let go of the leg to allow Crookham to get ultimately the winning takedown. But that's not taking anything away from. I'm just saying that's how it can go. If Vito can, hey, I'm going to say this later when you bring it up. Everybody's going to start laughing when they hear this. Stevenson can lose this year. So that's just wrestling.
Doubt that. No. And all of a sudden, my predictions that either Carter or Brooks is going to lose doesn't sound so crazy, does it? But I saw two things out of Vito, okay? Overconfidence, I think that's why he's letting go of that leg. Oh, you're a world champion. You're getting in your own head. We saw it. And number two, and I think this is obvious, complacency. Let's not deny it. Come on, he got a little bit complacent.
I mean, everyone's got a certain type of matchup that's going to give you issues, and,
Is that Vito's kryptonite? Come on. Crookham is his kryptonite. Crookham the kryptonite. I got all kinds of nicknames coming for Crookham, I tell you. Stay on the map, Crookham.
I know one thing. Man, did we hit the ground running in this year? This could be the greatest wrestling season of all time.
It will be. I mean, the way that things are lining up. Vito goes down. Absolutely no one saw that coming. Wow. Ramos went down to Blaze, all right? First of all, not shocking to me. I did not pick Ramos to win this year, if you go back to our predictions.
Ramos is going to be there. That 125 is just going to be fun to watch.
That's a hodgepodge of a weight right there.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch. I mean, and Noto looks really good, but that's wait until he wrestles someone tough.
That's my pick.
It's going to be fun. I know one thing. Vito kissed the Hodge goodbye. So I know that hurt, but he's going to be coming back with a vengeance and fire.
That will make him better.
Yeah.
He's not losing for the rest of the year. Mark my words, Vito will not lose the rest of the year. Ramos, however, I mean, that upset over Spencer Lee, I predicted it. It's human nature to overreact to that. Oh, he's number one. Ramos ain't gonna lose it now. But is Blaze that good? And is it these younger kids? Is this a revolution in the sport?
The younger kids are that good. I'm telling you, it looks so unreal for a high schooler, much less a junior, to come and beat number one in college. But at that weight, and the fact that these high school kids are basically college kids now. Now, when you go at 125, you don't have so much of the man strength at play as the heavier weights. And all of a sudden, you got great technique against great technique, and you could lose, especially if you're not dialed in and focused how you should be. And, Vito just got done winning everything. He's human. He's human. Could you imagine?
He got complacent. Yeah, it is
going through the run he just went through. How do you not sometimes you just need something to get your head back to that eye of the tiger, hungry sort of thing.
I guarantee this did it. So it's not these upsets not as surprising at 125, more surprising at 133. But my overall takeaway of these younger kids coming up and shocking the world, it's a revolution in the sport, and you're not only seeing it in wrestling, but you see it across all sports. These younger quarterbacks are just stepping into the league now and performing. Why? Everything is individualized now. It's not like back when I was a kid and you was a kid, you play 3-4 different sports. You pick one sport, you are specialized in training, you're trained by the best. We have better training and better nutrition and everything across the board. I think you're only going to see more of this in the future.
There's a lot of questions that need answered. Is there something in the milk? Why are people bigger now than they were 50 years ago? I don't know. Something's going on. I'm just
the training. Yeah, it's
nutrition,
everything.
Training. I don't know about all that. But
all right.
Okay.
Right. I mean, the other end of the spectrum would be these freshmen, this Blaze, Bo Bassett. Are these just phenoms?
Yes.
Pyro. Phenoms.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we got more than a handful in high school that fit that category.
Yeah, but at one point,
the Jack's Forces.
Are they not a phenom, and it's just this is what it is now?
The Duke, you could go on. There's a handful, over a handful, maybe two handfuls that are so good that we've not seen this, but that's going to be a constant, and that's great for our sport.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's great for fantasy, too. So, all right, we've got to move on. We got big names. Two of our favorite people in the world are coming back in a big way.
Oh.
Spencer Lee.
Yes.
Boy, have I missed talking about Spencer Lee. Registered for the 2023 Bill Farrell. That's happening in a couple days. Friday. In New York
this
City.
weekend. Yeah,
November
this
18th.
weekend.
We're going to see Spencer back on the map, baby.
See, Nolf is in that now. And
Woo!
yes, look, can I just say, we were banging on Spencer. Well, we weren't banging on Spencer, were we? Or were we banging on how Spencer was treated by his coaches and superiors and advisors?
A little bit of that.
Yes, that's where I was coming from.
You were.
I'm a Spencer fan, and I've never been a bigger Spencer fan. You know what I want?
What are your expectations here?
That glorious comeback story. That's going to be great for the wrestling, too.
Ooh.
I wrote on our
Yes,
Facebook page that, Spencer's going to end the Vito train. Now, that's going to be tough to do, especially
maybe not as tough as you thought 2 weeks ago.
Vito just got readjusted, and he's going to be on a mission. But if anybody can do it, I'm telling you.
Maybe Crookham found the formula to beat Vito.
And ultimately, we just want our best guy at 57, right?
We do. I just hope he's healthy. Is he healthy?
If that turns out to be Gilman, if that turns out to be Zane, if that turns out to be, heck, I can't wait. I'll tell you, I can't wait to watch Mega Ludus and Spencer possibly go at it this coming weekend. That's going to be fun.
I tell you what I'm rooting for. Spencer to absolutely dominate. I want him to be 100% healthy. I don't want to hear about any more injuries. Spencer, you had your time.
Yeah.
If you're not ready to come back right now, if you're not 100% healthy, don't come back right now. But if you are, I don't want to hear about injuries. The time is now. Let's get back to dominating.
Yes.
The old Spencer.
For your sake, praise your doctor. Look what this doctor just did. He's waiting for a little praise over there. All that work he did on them knees. Look, Spencer, the table is set for glorious comeback.
And the pressure's off.
And let's face it, Spencer's been one of the best freestyle American wrestlers coming up through the ranks that we've seen in a long time. So this isn't a crazy statement that Spencer makes this Olympic team. That's not a crazy statement.
I don't think so at all.
But I'm not always an Iowa hater.
Spencer's back.
Yep.
Our expectations for Spencer here in the Bill Farrell, I expect him to go out and absolutely dominate and be 100% healthy.
Or just get back to having fun. Forget the pressure. It's off. You went through.
There is no pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pressure free now. You know what? Let's just say these words to take even more pressure off. Nobody expects you to win, Spencer. Just go have fun. Boy, if he does that, watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Hey, I can't wait to watch. In addition to Spencer, Gable's Stevenson is back. Shocker, right? In Minnesota? But he's still kind of doing NXT a little bit here or there. I'm still at a loss, dude. I still go back to who's guiding him.
Look, you know what this is starting to feel like? Wrestling is Gable's mistress. His little fling. Ooh. Oh, he comes to his little fling when he... No, I'm no fling over here.
I ain't no side piece. You better put a ring on it.
I'm not playing no more. If whatever drama you got going, I'm not... Go, whatever. I for not one, am not going to be one of the guys that are out there saying, Gable's the greatest heavyweight we've ever seen. No, not yet. Not yet. Whoa. I mean, I hope he comes and proves that true, because if he's on our team, if that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because obviously the man is very talented. I said
can wrestle.
Even he could lose this year, and he could get Cassard. You know, old Vito.
He already did get Cassard.
Vito got Michiched, and Gable could get Cassard
Again.
Yeah. And they're powerful verbs.
One of the most shocking upsets I remember seeing, Cassar over Gable.
Twice, yeah. And, well, let's just say I'm rooting for Gable, but this whole thing, this whole saga.
You're over it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it, too, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think the Gable train is kind of coming to a slow halt. But I don't know. He's making one last effort here. Is he going to win Is he going to win the NCAAs? Does Kirk have a chance?
No offense, Gable, but I hope not. No,
Who's going to beat him? Wyatt?
What you did at the World Championships, I'm still a little upset with. At least come on and tell the fans what's going on. As it turned out, everything was great. Paris went and performed. He got bronze, and everyone's happy. But who knows? If that would have came down to we needed a gold from you at heavyweight, and you kind of just dissed us being wrestling. So, we're good enough now. We're good enough now.
Now that he needs us.
I'm out of a job over here. Hey, wrestling. Hey, my fling. Ring. Yeah, I'm lonely. Dude.
A couple drinks and a late night text. Hey.
Gee.
Hey, I'm lonely. You care if we hang out? I come back and wrestle one more year? I don't know. Moving on, though. Iowa gambling suspensions. Wow. Could we have been more wrong? Where BEG was wrong. I thought, and I was getting off. Tom Brands can't hardly hold back a smile in the interview. And then they came down. Boom.
Yeah.
Suspensions upheld.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you.
Ferrari's now coming in. How's this shake up the weight class? I mean, so Brands is out. Cassiope's out. Who am I missing here? How's this lineup affected?
There are 84-pounders out. Oh, boy.
Are they still number 2 in the country, would you say? Coaches poll
one of the rankings has them 2. Other rankings have them at, 3. And, of course, everybody knows that whole saga, too, in the sense we seen Anthony Ferrari beat Voinovich 2-1.
Yes, we did.
That was 2 penalty points, so that's not done. But Anthony may be there for second semester. I originally said AJ wouldn't be back in wrestling, but
he's coming back.
I rescind that. I think AJ will be back, and I think he'll be on Iowa, and I think he'll be at heavyweight. I heard he's like 230, and he's solid muscle. You just can't just be pulling off that kind of weight down to 97. And if he does, he's a fool. I hope he does, because we all want to see Brooks against.
That's all I want to see.
AJ, but
the match of the year I want to see.
Yeah, probably the most hyped match of the year is going to be AJ against Stevenson.
And let me tell you something.
Now, I'm not saying AJ's number 2 right now, because at heavyweight, if he ends up at 285, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the most hyped match will be AJ against Stevenson. And quite frankly, both of us want to see that, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see that more or AJ versus Brooks. I can't decide. But I tell you this, at Media Day, I was the next question for Aaron Brooks. I did not get the chance, but my question was, I was going to ask Aaron Brooks, and I'll ask him, how worried are you about AJ Ferrari? That's what I was going to ask him.
Oh, that would have been perfect. By the way, this whole Media Day, I want to take a moment and say, Zach, kudos, dude.
BG was at Media
Kudos.
Day. We
I
told
can't
you
say
we were
enough.
going to do it.
Look, that took a lot of balls just to go. You've never been to such an event.
No.
You just drove up there. That's you. You just dive right into stuff, and then you end up you're top-notch professional. You sounded very good with the question. You chose, a couple of us gave questions, suggestions. You ended up choosing the right questions, and you asked them perfectly, and it was awesome, the response you got. By the way, kudos to Corey for finally contributing, because the big
Your
question,
son, my brother. Yeah.
the big question that opened that was Corey's little suggestion. It's about time, Corey. It's about time you contribute. Your sister's over here, your brother-in-law's over here. Everybody's helping out. Where's Corey?
Can't find
Well,
him.
he showed up finally.
Finally,
Well,
dude.
you're the one that brought it home, and
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. That was
nice work.
what a
dude.
cool experience. I had no idea what I was getting into. I got a Penn State media pass. I mean, I'm emailing Pat, the Penn State director. Like, do I need stuff to get in? I had no idea. I got there early. Thank goodness I got a front center row seat. You know, I was telling people as they were coming in, first timer. I'm trying to talk to all the media people. I have no clue who they are. I was wearing the shirt though, so I don't know if they knew who I was. But here's how it went. I thought, I don't know. Let's feel this out, see how the questions go. It was just kind of whoever speaks first gets it. And so it was a Shark Tank. And I thought, I'm looking around. I said, BG is a shark? We got to get some questions in here, baby. So I stepped up with the Bonnie question.
Bam.
And then,
Bam.
fortunate enough to get the last question in. And, really glad I did. Very cool experience.
Dude, I could not do that. So it's funny how we're all different. I'm telling you, I could not have gone to do that. I would have been all nerved up, pack of nerves over here.
Very cool experience. Here's a takeaway. By the way, I'll be going back to more, but here's something I saw. And then, not necessarily in the Cael section, but then we moved to the wrestlers' interviews. And I saw, so they brought out specific wrestlers, Levi, Brooks, several wrestlers. What I saw was, and this is something no one talks about at Penn State, how do you handle the media attention? Because I saw in wrestlers' eyes, certain wrestlers were more used to standing in front of all the cameras and microphones and answering questions than other wrestlers. And I think that's something you don't think about when you go to Penn State or when you talk about Penn State. How are they handling the media? Like, how is Cael coaching them to handle the media, and are they comfortable? Is obviously, like you said, not everyone has a similar comfortability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You sound like me. over
Yeah,
there.
but I mean, it was
Dang
interesting.
going.
It was
The
interesting.
nut don't fall very far from the tree. does it?
And, it's one thing going to Penn State. It's another thing experiencing success at Penn State and handling that.
That's right.
So I think that's
right.
something that people don't think about. I think Cael's very good at coaching those kids on how to handle the media and how to handle success.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I saw. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off.
Just
but-
like I think you're dead on. And just the media is just like the wrestling. As soon as you kind of explain this with my job, once that confidence builds, as that confidence builds, everything gets easier. And it's like, I started this new job, and you have to learn this whole system that they got. And for the first week, 2 weeks, you're kind of lost. Everything you're doing, you have no confidence. It's tough, but each day is another step, and it gets a little easier. But back to these suspensions, it's been mentioned before that, Iowa State had one guy that got nailed. First off, whether it wasn't fair that just Iowa got hit, but that's Iowa. That's the state. Go talk to the state of Iowa and why other colleges didn't have to deal with this. But
good question.
But anyway, so Iowa gets hit, but the colleges that Iowa got hit, Iowa State lost one. Even Iowa football, all them guys only lost one. But then you come to Iowa wrestling, and, the criticism is maybe, I know that's a tough job, being coaching and all that stuff. I don't know. Hire some extra people or something to get where you're keeping an eye. You can't just let things go. You got to dot every I and cross every T, and the leadership dropped the ball. The bulk of all of this was Iowa wrestling. So at some point, I don't even want to say this loud because I don't want any heat coming down on
brands. I mean, but this is obviously, now that these have been upheld, I mean, this is obviously a black eye to Tom Brands. And to what you just said, I mean, if Iowa wrestling got hit heavier than anyone else, look, dude, what's the politics going on? Wow. Is Brands on the hot seat? I mean, dude, I'll tell you what, he's not on the hot seat right now, I wouldn't think, but this is step one. Don't let something else, strike one. Don't let strike two happen and then strike three. If other things start happening, all of a sudden this is going to become a bigger problem.
Well, I'll tell you this is with Brands, and none of us want Brands to go anywhere, either of them, because they're great for our sport. Said that many times. But when you seen him at his press conference, didn't he look just like a ball of stress? He looked stressed.
He always looks stressed.
Yeah, I guess he does. But, dude, maybe he needs to take a page out of just have fun. He knows Iowa fans don't like second place. They're not used to second place, and this is tough to swallow. Now throw in I'm losing a third of my team over here because you can't keep an eye on them. Yeah, I guess I'd be stressed too, but Iowa fans they love their Brands, and thank goodness, because we don't want the Brands to go nowhere. I love
Brands, though. I love Brands.
I love Brands, too. We don't want everybody's going to be just fine. Okay, we all...
No, to that point, though, go watch 15 seconds of Tom Brand's Media Day and 15 seconds of Cael's, and just look at the difference in, yes, to your point, Tom Brand's very anxious, like tense. Cael, I got a free interview with Cael. I asked one question. He talked for 10 minutes, dude. That's how loosey-goosey and relaxed Cael was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean...
Tom, I say just start having fun.
Yeah, get crazy with it, dude.
Let's start having fun.
Let's get wild. All right, we got real results, dude. How about Ohio State coming in as the underdog to Virginia Tech and absolutely stomping them? Yeah. Who is this Ohio State team? We got some young bucks wow.
Dude.
I might have to go watch that Young Bucks on Flow again, dude.
Tom Ryan, yeah. And they didn't even have everybody there. I mean, there was a couple names that, the one that caught my...
And he's doing it the right way. He's not out there buying wrestlers. We talked about that in the offseason. Tom Ryan, he's...
Hepner. Hepner wasn't even in the lineup, and I'm pretty certain he's going to be a starter. Now, I don't know if he was hurt or what, or banged up a little bit, but... old Wilcox came in and did the job anyway. So, I mean, they got a deep team. They look solid. There's no doubt they're going to contend for a trophy, Ohio State. They had them ranked way lower, and I thought they should have been ranked. A lot of people were doing that with Cornell, and I'm like, what are you guys seeing?
Yeah.
Cornell at 6, 7? No, but please. Somebody's got to see what I'm seeing here. I mean, even Cornella or stuff. You can't tell me that kid's not going to be a stud, and is already a stud. Much less all their big guns, the Vitos, the Shapiros. I could just keep going.
Shapiro look human though, right?
Well, Shapiro's human. There's some news for you.
Wow. Bold take,
But
hey, listen, Ohio State way up, Virginia Tech way down, Iowa is down.
Mendez looked incredible.
Is Ohio State better than Iowa?
That win by Feldman just was one of them big steps in confidence. And I mean, that's a tough guy to beat, big guy. And Feldman's going to see how good can Feldman be. We're going to find out. And that's why I love wrestling. This is the kind of stuff why I love wrestling. I thought both Paddy Gallagher and Harchla looked good. And I know they both lost to Andonian and Mackay, but they look good in doing it. And I'm telling you, Ohio State is going to be...
They're young. They're going to get better as the season progresses.
They're going to be fun to watch. They really
Look out
are.
for them in the NCAAs. I'll say that. On other things, we had the Journeymen Classic. Penn State kind of cleaned up. You want to kind of touch on anything?
Well, yeah. I mean, first off, a big tip of the hat to one of my favorites, David Evans, for beating CJ Composto. Is that how you say his last name?
Composto, yeah.
And, I mean, that was a highly ranked guy. And that was no surprise to any of us Penn State guys. We all know all about David Evans. He goes out and barely loses to Hines, Malik Hines from Lehigh, and he's tough too. But I'm glad David Evans is on the team because I could name him and probably a couple other guys that could go and AA elsewhere. There's no doubt about it. And I mean,
that's the question in Penn State.
Heck, even Bearclaw. Bearclaw, I'm starting to think he looked good. Could he go in AA? But they're not leaving, and that's part of the question. Or everybody's like,
"Yeah,
how's Cael doing this?
Yeah,
how's Cael doing this?" And I'm not saying they won't eventually lose some. You know, Facundo, for the record, I liked the move that was made. It's going to be Messenbrink. Facundo's taking the Olympic shirt. I'm telling you, that is the right move. First off, Facundo needs to move up, and I think he's going to move up. He's got the frame.
Yeah, he does.
Alex, hit them weights. Keep rocking that, and just, you know what? You're going to be at 74, and everything's going to work out.
Don't need him there.
Yeah, everything's going to work out. And I tell you, that's the one part you don't have to try to sell. Cael, and I always say Cael. Anytime I say Cael, I mean Cael and the coaches. So it's the whole team. And Bonnie. But the big thing to me, of course, the Robbie Howard. Now he was out for he goes 1 and 2.
Just continues to be a struggle for Penn State.
Well, that is weird.
What is the jinx there?
You look at, like, you can see the body language that Robbie Howard does not have the confidence. When he was rolling back in high school, you go watch footage. Every little movement the person sees, you can actually see confidence. And you can see when it's not there. And it was the same thing with Steen last year. Waiting for Steen to get that confidence. He obviously has the tools to be a major, a tough wrestler there.
Yeah.
And he never really built on that confidence to get to what his potential was. So I don't know if Braden Davis will end up, Braden Davis looked good, but my guess is Howard's probably beaten Braden Davis in the wrestle. I don't know. I'm just guessing because Penn State don't put this out there. Whoever it is. But I really hope if it's Howard or whatever, start building on some confidence. And, I mean, there's mistakes. You have the best coaches in the world right there to help you tweak as far as technique. But really, it's from here on up.
Yeah.
Is what needs fixed right now.
He's got the ability. He's got the coaching. I mean, and we kind of talked about it a little bit.
You know where my next practice would be? In Bonnie's office, probably. That'd be my next practice.
I mean, hey, we just talked about it. You started this new job. And, the confidence. To me, confidence is the strongest drug in the world. I mean, and this goes not only in wrestling, but real life. Dude, if you go and do something confidently, you don't even have to do it right, and you can succeed.
Yeah.
Whether it's a wrestling move or a move in life, dude, if you do it confidently, dude, it's a whole different ball game. Whereas if you don't, and it's you and the job, it's Robbie Howard in the room. It's everything.
You look at the O'Tooles of the world, or back, the Nolf and Nichols and the David Tellers and even the Dakes and stuff. The number one thing you could say, what makes them, what gives them that edge? Yes, they're obviously very good at wrestling. it was like, I think they were being carried by their confidence.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
They knew what they were going to do, and they were going to do it. And I mean, that's easier said than done. But I'm telling you, Robbie Gordon could be. That's the kind of wide open weight class. He could still come back and really shock people.
Howard. Yeah,
You got to start building on that. It can't be the same drug over. We're not building. I mean, I'm talking from neck up from here, and he's this next tournament go out and get some wins. Anyway, I got to say this: Van Ness, maybe Greg.
Knew what he was talking about.
Our field correspondent knew what he was talking about because Van Ness ends up Big Ten Wrestler of the Week, and boy, that boy looks good.
I underestimate. You know what happened to him?
Oh,
confidence.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Van
I
Ness,
know.
dude.
That's right. You couldn't be more
Literally,
right,
dude. What? 6 months ago, I was calling him wearing a dress, and now he's a world beater out there. Dude.
Wow.
Confidence.
Oh man, I can't wait for you know what's really weird? I always keep forgetting when we do podcasts. Who's the Nebraska guy?
Peyton Robb?
No, at 49. Oh, for Pete's sake. You said it last time. You caught me last time. Anyway, I can't wait for that match. You guys know who I'm talking about. The name will pop in my head right now. Anyway, next, Messenbrink. Levi, I thought, looked good. I'm not worried about the knee. I think he'll be fine. I thought Messenbrink, in that first match, you could tell that even though he's wrestled all of his life and all that, it's still a nervous thing. It was like his first big match in Penn State, and he goes up big, and then he ends up giving up 2 cradles, which that was a quick 4 points, which, by the way, I didn't think there should have been 2 back points on the second cradle there. That was a little ridiculous. That no way was a 2 count. That was a roll through that the ref was wanting to throw up 2 quick. Anyway, he ends up winning it anyway, but he was literally gassed at the end of that, and that was nothing but nerves.
Exactly, I know. That's exactly what I saw, man.
He came back out the next matches, and you could see he just looked more relaxed. He got that out of the way, and Messenbrink's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But same thing with him is even Messenbrink. Don't listen to these stupid shows here. Just have fun. Don't let people put pressure on you, and just have fun. And believe me, you got the skills that you're going to be able to reach your goals. But
yeah, man. I mean, it's his first time in the room, and what I said earlier, there's something to handling being in that Penn State room.
Yeah.
That media, man. It's not like any other wrestling room.
Yeah, and the only other thing I'll mention Josh Barr. He looked very good. He's going to be.
I was going to mention Josh Barr.
Yeah, he's going to be in the future plans for Penn State. There ain't no doubt about that. And I mean, his big-time rival Rocco Welsh over at Ohio State did quite well too. Kind of like to see that matchup again. But Truex, I thought looked good. Of course, Carter and Brooks, solid.
Wow. Yeah.
Solid. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun to see coming out, no doubt. Not a bad tournament. Not a bad tournament.
No,
Unlike, can I just say, a little criticism. Oh, you're always busting on Iowa. Back to Iowa. What good does... Who benefited from you guys going to Luther Open? Like, we got a Division II, Division III sort of tournament here. Really? Really? Oh, we want to just get our, get our feet wet, get some competition. Dude, step it up a little bit. Come on. I mean, and I'm not putting down any teams or any wrestlers that are there. In fact, a couple of them pulled off some upsets. So you can get beat by anybody. That's not the point. It's just who benefited from that. I mean, Gabe Arnold came out and he bonused his way to a gold. But was Gabe Arnold having a problem with his head being too small and you need to get it a little bigger? No, Gabe Arnold believes in himself quite well. He's going to be a 4-timer.
Oh.
That's what he said. So,
well, yeah, he's coming for Carter, dude. All right, man. That's another match I want to see, dude.
Let's
My
go.
goodness, man. I cannot wait.
Oh my.
All right. Before I get into the last couple topics, any big matches this week we have to look forward to off the top of your head?
Oh yeah. One of the big ones is Hamidi against Carr. I can't wait for that. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And we could go through a bunch more, but that name still bothers me.
That Nebraska.
Yeah, that Nebraska. You go ahead and talk. I got to look. So.
Well, I'm going to bring up our favorite wrestling correspondent, Flo. I thought we had the rivalry going with Flo. Turns out I was wrong. We ain't got no rivalry. Pat Mineo and Flo got the rivalry going. Have you seen this?
Oh,
they are going back and forth over.
Ridge love it. Durr. What's wrong with me? Oh my god. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Ridge love it. But,
yes.
Yeah. Flo and Pyles and Mineo going back over a picture, and I mean, a lot of stuff here, man. Wrestling media, dude. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, all I know is, look, we're in this little small niche sport that we all want the same thing, and just, I don't ever want to be fighting with people. They can call us names. They can do whatever we want. I'm going to praise everybody. Heck, even Fanko, wrestler. If I can put a message out to Fanko right now, dude, come back. Your show was awesome. Everybody loved it. It was Wrestling Sports Center.
Yeah.
And it was so well done. I don't know what happened to him. Please, come back. I love all the shows. Christian Pyles once said all the more media outlets, more podcasts, all the good for wrestling. I agree with that. I don't want to see anyone fail. And as far as the little feud that's going on, you could say, well, that's kind of amusing, a little drama on the
I find it amusing. Yeah. Let me say this, though. Because, I've joked a lot, mainly me, about coming at Flo. Listen, at the end of the day, we are not here. We're here to compete, but we're here to collaborate. And our goal is just to simply grow the sport. So you're never going to find either of us getting into the weeds about, we joke, dude. We're here to just grow and collaborate and compete and have fun doing it. And may the best man, may the best company win. But at the end of the day, we're fans of everyone. Look, hey, people can use our stuff.
Well, that's the thing is we have no stuff. You're welcome to use it, though.
Yeah, so maybe we're not exactly someone who should be, don't be copyright rules violators, because,
Hey, we might have stuff. I got to give a shout out to old Greg. Yeah. He was out there at the
Journeymen
Collegiate Classic, giving us some pictures and video and stuff. And, dude, thank you, Greg. But I want to say a couple just big things from the first 2 weeks. Of course, you had the Marcus and Joey Blaze pulling off upsets. Another stud high school couple that are coming. Well, actually, Joey's college now. Tony Negron at daggone goes to Arizona State, old Penn State guy. We're rooting for him. Somehow he grew into 84. He's out there pulling upsets. That teamer thing, if you don't mind me saying, come on, dude. The guy chopping at his neck, the back of his neck. Okay, I'm all for this is a tough sport and all, but dude, it kind of reminds me of that headbutt Zane took. That wasn't for some sort of setup to a wrestling move. You were just trying to, here I am, I'm going to get beat, but I'll be daggone if I don't at least smack this guy in the head a couple times, and then before he beats me. So he's out there supposedly giving to the back of the head. Now, that upset me. Dude. Anyway, of course, the Iowa women, I want to bring up. How about that? 8,000 fans.
Dude, Iowa women's wrestling team.
Dude, that was awesome. And I'm all for it. The women step in and propel our sport, as it turns out.
I know, dude. I'm intrigued.
Yes.
I am intrigued by Iowa's women wrestling.
Yeah. How about Cody Chittum? He looked good first out. Can't wait to see Cody Chittum, how he shakes out. And, I mean, I can't say enough about Kerry Colott and what he's doing over there at Navy. Navy goes and upsets Pitt, has 4 upsets in doing so. And I tell you what, Navy is for real. And, you know, who's surprised? Kerry Colott's running that show over there. So I'm not surprised. Or should I say?
Because you named your son after him.
I was going to say, that daggone Corey Colott is tearing it up. We told you that story, right?
Incorrectly named your son.
Yeah. I thought it was Corey Colott, and I said the wife just had this big. Yeah, let's call him Corey. And I'm thinking, I didn't even tell her why. I might have told her why. Yeah, this really great wrestler, Corey Colott from high school. Let's name him Corey. And yeah, I found out later he was a couple months old.
Carrie. Oh my goodness! You're bad at names even back then. Dude.
It's unbelievable.
All right, couple other things. Bash Mania posted a thing. Olympic rule changes, the qualifying rule changes. Was there more detail on that, or do you have more detail on that before we go into comments review?
Well, it's just that qualifying thing. It's just going to be 4 seeds. They used to have more than 4. And then the last part, which is an absolute bummer, like the Pan Am Games, where we need to qualify 57 and 65. So this is the only 2 weights this concerns. They won't even wrestle the final at the Pan Am because both the people that made it to the final qualified for the Olympics. Well, was it going to kill them to wrestle?
Yeah, what?
Let's give the fans. Who's over there making rules like that, taking wrestling away? We want to see the finals. Jack?
Yeah, less rules.
Yes.
Quote from Cael. Less rules, dude.
Yeah.
My goodness.
But I seen old Jackson Smith lost. I was a little surprised with that Stephen Little's pretty good. So that was not a disgraceful loss. But still, I have big... I have...
expectations. Big expectations.
Yes, for Jackson Smith. Figs didn't wrestle Noto, which... I'm not going to blast here. Let's just assume that Figs had a small injury. And let's hope that's what happened. Because if he's not injured, I'm here, Zeke. I'm here. We've seen this before when Schultz took off his headgear and wouldn't wrestle Kirklevitt at them collegiate duels. You know, enough. Stop killing our sport over there, Zeke. Love you, Zeke. No.
Is that seating manipulation?
I'm sure Figs he's a little banged up. We all want to see Figs against Noto. We'll eventually see it, but I don't know.
Sounds like some seating manipulation. We touched on that in the offseason.
Yeah. And here's a name I'll botch. Ensamenda. I know that name. I can say it right. Yeah, the Iowa State guy that beat Swiderski and Chimenda, whatever. He's dropping to 41, which is going to put Swiderski at 49. I'm telling you, Iowa State's going to be tough.
Yeah, they're filling
Iowa State's going to be tough, and that match is coming. So I was a little surprised how well Hidley handled Beard, too. A little surprised there.
You've always been higher on Beard than
I have been, and
you just love that the PA. You can't get off the PA wrestlers. You're a little biased there.
No.
All right. Anything else before? Listen.
Yes, I got
folks,
something big.
What?
I want to thank Kevin Schur and Terry Schuler.
Well, I was gonna say, this is. First of all, we want to thank everyone because we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, that's huge!
And this past week,
thank you.
We have You wouldn't know it by some of these comments, but I'll go through them. But before we do, we have a couple people we do want to specifically thank. You mentioned Terry and Kevin on our Facebook page.
Terry and Kevin have been enormous on our
Unbelievable,
Facebook.
Man.
People, come join our Facebook page because I'm telling you, it's filled with very knowledgeable wrestling fans, and it's great stuff.
And there's no fluff.
And I'm not even participating that much. As soon as Thanksgiving over, I'll start going too. I'm not claiming to know as much as these people, by the way. I'm learning off of these people, the Kevin Schurs, the Terry Schulers. I could keep going on. E.J. Newton, Daryl Sterick. Boy, here's botch name time. Frank Holobinko, Mario Villanueva, Rodney Swigert, Vincent Jones. I could keep going. Michael Bradford, many others.
Yeah.
Many others.
Listen,
dude,
we love you guys, man.
love you guys.
Totally appreciate the support. You know, we started this just for fun, and now, you know, we're kind of building a community. So it's cool. And, hey, you got to follow the Facebook page because we're dropping insider stuff on there. And
well, it'll get going here.
There's no fluff.
It'll get going. I actually want to do regular short videos, whether people want to hear them or not. But I'll just be that engaged. My life's just too chaotic right now. It's about to end. As soon as Thanksgiving gets out of here.
I'll say that, man. We've kind of talked through you and your life changes and how we're figuring this out. Well, yes. I also made a big life change here. In fact, yesterday, folks, quit a 14-year career in corporate America.
Boom!
That's right.
Wow.
So, and I did it for you, for this show.
Wow.
For
okay, that's what I'm
wrestling. Now, you know, I got to find a way to make money. So this whole thing is documented. I got a new show. It's called Building a Business with BEG. It's another YouTube channel. Go check it out. But if you want behind the scenes on what is actually happening on a day-to-day basis, how we're doing this.
Yeah, go over there and give Zach a little love.
Just go watch it. It's a whole
What's
different
it called
show.
Again?
Building a Business with BEG.
Okay.
And this is daily content. Daily content. I don't know, man. I don't even know how this is going to go.
No, you're not going to bore us on this, are you?
I don't think that is my least worry.
Now
this is either going to succeed or this is going to fail, and I think it's going to be entertaining either way. So,
are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Okay.
Let's get into comments review, dude. The show, we hit 1,000 subscribers. Here we go. Casey.
But first off, congratulations, though.
Yeah. Well,
I really, boy, that's another ballsy thing. That's you. Well, and I don't have any doubts. You're going to make this work. So
girlfriend's not real thrilled. Kelly's not real thrilled about it, but
hey,
we gotta go, baby. Hey, we're not living a fear-based life over here, all right? Casey, 5486, public viewing for the wrestle-offs provides more coverage for the sport. More coverage grows the sport, just like you guys are trying to do.
Well, I messed up at one episode, and I said, why are they doing these? And then as soon as I said it, I think I caught myself. What am I saying? I'm saying for them to take away something we can watch, us wrestling fans. No, I'm all with you there.
Yeah. Jimmy C, hard to soar like an eagle when you're surrounded by turkeys. I'm new here. Love the channel.
Hey, we got a couple turkeys there. Yeah, no doubt. But if we're having fun, they'll either like us or they won't. They'll either turn us off or they don't. Hey, I'm going to still have fun. So we got to have fun. You having fun?
I'm having fun, dude. I mean, I'm having fun. E.J. Newton, Yanni's going to make the Olympic team this year and get a medal. BT, boom, the boys are back, and so is wrestling. But here, let's go. Let's read a couple. How about Tim Miller? I think it is good odds that all of the Iowa wrestling gamblers, nope, not that one. Alex Facundo will be the leader in the Iowa room next year.
Oh, bam! That's below the belt.
That's Bilbo Baggins.
Daggone.
There are a couple good ones here. Hang on. Give me, we have some positive shows, my favorite content on YouTube. Appreciate that. But then, hang on. Watch Feldman and Rocco Welsh at the Clarion Open. Both are hammers. Feldman said Welsh is redshirting. Bummer. Start him, OSU. He's better than Karchula, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. I mean, it makes sense to redshirt Welsh. Karchula is very good. So, and I'm sure them two are neck and neck right there. But they'll have him for them 5 dates. It'll be interesting to see. Is Welsh so good? Does he actually eventually get a little bit of a edge over Harchla to the point on them big matches they use Welsh on his 5 dates? That'll be interesting to see.
EJ also said everyone's talking about the response. Funny, you guys are the ones who asked it, talking about Cael. Yeah, appreciate you giving us credit there on that, Flo.
Yeah.
Should we start a Mineo and rivalry with since they didn't? No.
No,
All right, but a couple funny ones here, man. Hold on. Where are they? Every show. Yeah. Eric Von Mainstein said he's our Iowa guy over on Facebook. Hang on. I'm gonna cut this and edit this, but there's a couple funny ones I want to find.
Okay. Well, let me tell you in the meantime that what can I talk about? My wife.
All right, here we go. Chunky but funky.
Oh.
I love wrestling, but I don't love how you mentioned the Real Woods, that Real Woods was a leader with such surprise. Who do you think it would be? You both came off as a little disrespectful. You both are not news-breaking or a higher authority of wrestling. Put respect on his name and leave the wannabe shock jock radio and personalities for old men in the early 2000s.
Boom!
Also, Tom Brands will never be bullied by a football coach. You're both grade A Iowan bath salts. We're on Iowan bath salts. Love it. Chunky but funky.
Hey, look. Wow. I didn't remember disrespecting Woods. Did you?
Did we come across as disrespectful?
Just because he's good at wrestling does not necessarily make him the leader of the
That's
the
what
locker
we were
room.
saying. Yeah. I also said he's a good guy as a result from what I heard on Clash of Combat. How's that disrespectful?
I don't know.
Is that Real Woods burner account?
A guy.
I don't know.
A guy once said that I'm disrespectful because I get every name wrong. I apologize about the names. I apologize about all my errors.
If there's no more proof that that's not intentional, you named your son wrong.
Dude, man.
Come on, man. Seriously.
But in all seriousness, no, we're actually, maybe we're failing, but we're trying to help the sport. So I don't know how that's disrespectful to the wrestlers. I don't know. But a lot of times we'll bust on a guy, but we're kind of half joking. I mean, some of it we kind of we
all right, one final one here. Mookie, wow, these two are incredibly annoying, dumb and dumber with microphones.
Whoa! I didn't read that one.
I just read it for the first time, dude. All right.
No, read that again. I gotta hear that.
Wow, these two are incredibly annoying, dumb and dumber with microphones. Then why are you listening, Mookie? Turn us off!
Whoa!
Dogs in here, the show's over. That's it.
Dog's knocking stuff over.
That's it. You got anything else until next week?
See ya. I'm dumb.
This is PG Wrestling, Dumb and Dumber.
You're dumb. I'm dumber.
We'll be back.
Love you, though.